What is going on? Welcome back to Shed Build. This week we're going to paint the engine bay, take a look at some of the wiring, and hopefully drop the 12HT into the Troopy. Alright, so I've got the Raptor here, ready to be mixed, going 3-to-1, with a bit of thinner. We're going to be using a gravity fed spray gun instead of the supplied Raptor gun to try and get a more flat finish. Got all the panels scuffed, a bit of primer on all the bare metal. We had a bit of rust through here, so that took a bit of time getting that back to where it needs to be. Well, that's ready to go. We're just cleaning down all the panels, giving them a wipe at the moment. Cleaning the firewall, the fenders here, getting all the insides of those. So we'll get this cleaned, we'll start laying some paint. Oh baby, it is done. Super stoked the way it turned out, the finish through it all. So got the firewall done, both the fenders done, the guards done, and the radiator support and the bonnet hinges. Also done the top panel that goes across here. So now time for my favourite part, Christmas time. Unwrap it all. Righto, now the exterior is taken care of, it's time to start looking at the interior. So I picked up the car builder's sound deadener kit as well as the install kit. I only picked up 1.8 square meters, just enough to do the firewall and maybe the trans tunnel. And once we get on the bodywork, start doing the floor pan and a bit of the back, I'm going to grab the full Troopy kit. I also got a couple of my old grimy hole punches for the bolts once it's all said and done. But I'll show you the firewall and give you a rundown of the game plan. Alright, so looking at the firewall, you can see we have the factory sound deadening. We're originally going to remove all that stuff, but after looking at the car builder's Troopy video, seems like they've just gone over the top of it, and I suppose an extra layer wouldn't hurt. Plus this stuff is basically welded on there. I don't know what's happened to it, it's so old. So we just got to remove the brake light switch and the bracket, the accelerator bracket, and clean it all up. Should be able to start slapping it on there. Now that I've got all the holes punched out, I'm going to go ahead and install the brackets for the clutch, brake and throttle, and then we can move on to something else. Now that the pedals and the brackets are all in, we're going to install a new master cylinder, and then we're going to have a look at the aircon and heater units. I am not going to get onto the heater and aircon units. I've been procrastinating doing this wiring for a while now, and it's a more pressing issue, so I'll get stuck into this. I'm going to do a separate, more in-depth video on how I'll go about restoring these looms and all the connectors and how I sheathe it all, so keep an eye out for that. But basically all I'm going to do is I've got my wiring diagrams all printed out here. What I do first is go through the diagram and just trace out all my power and grounds. Once I've got that sorted, I can start focusing on the accessories and the sensors. And obviously this is the 2H loom, the 12HT. The sensors match up, but they're just in different locations. So for example, my block sensor, this one here, that on the 2H is around here, but the 12HT is back underneath the intake. So I basically have to just run it back through the loom to about that point over there, and then back over towards the intake, and just clean up everything. All the sensors, all the plugs are the same, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. But yeah, I'll just go through, tidy it all up, re-sheathe it, and once I've done that, I'll get back to you and give you a bit of an update. Alright, I'll give you guys a quick update to where I'm at the moment. This is the passenger side loom with most of the accessories. I'm going to integrate all my accessories I've got right down here into the main harness to stop, you know, the bird's nest of wiring that normally runs alongside of it. It's integrated all into one. I've started loom tubing it using this expandable braided tubing, which you can see here. Just looks nice and neat, heat shrink either side. That's my alternator plugs, headlights. So I've got about 40 meters of 7-core thin gauge wiring that I'm just going to use for signal wires. I've got laid out here. So most of this will be like triggers for the spotlights and light bars, and other bits and pieces, all the accessories. I've got my EGT probe coming through here that going into my poor man's dual red arc style gauge. And yeah, I'm just going to continue on with this, keeping sure that you put cable ties in place wherever you have a branch that branches off the main loom, so everything stays in the right spot. But that's about it for now. And it is done. Sorry if you can hear that fan going off. It's like 42 degrees in here, and the second I turn it off, I drown. But I'll show you what we got going on here. It's been a solid 3 days non-stop work. We've got it all sorted out. Starting in the middle, this is the center of the car. There's like the clock and all the aircon switches and stuff. We've got all of our gauges heading up towards near the sub tank where they all end up. Boost, EGT, oil pressure. And what I've done here also is added in a couple of spare wires. So we got 4 on each bank, driver and passenger. So they run down, and they're just basically trigger wires just in case I need one in the future. I've pretty much integrated all the other accessories that I need through the harness already, but just in case, they'll always be there. I've got my water temperature, you know, all the other ones, alternator. You can see the wrap came out looking pretty good. I've cut out those bolt-on connectors the previous owner used instead of a fusible link, and added in a trippable relay, 50 amp. Don't think it's big enough, but we'll see how we go. Now, moving on to the, what is this? This is the driver side. Again, added in some spare wiring just in case. Runs down into the main harness. and everything is ready to go. We've had in provisions for the indicators for the halo LED lights, water temp, got all of our aftermarket gauges and stuff integrated into the loom, oil pressure. See how much I've stripped out of it. Big bundle of wiring. Most of that's my the glow plug circuits and relays, which is all this crap here. That's all glow plug related, so we're not going to use that. All we need is an ignition positive and a ground for the VSV to shut it down, and that'll do. There's no intake heater, so don't worry about any of that. Just stripped it back, trying to keep it simple as possible. But it's all done already. It should futurify or solidify it a hell of a lot more, and hopefully I'll never have to tear any of this apart. Alright, today is the day. She's going in. It's all ready to go. Hoisted it from the back. Good old tree trunk protector. From the front, put the load lever up. We're gonna go straight up, tilt it in, and then hopefully it'll slot straight in there without making too much damage. But we'll see.
Baby.
It is in. Sitting pretty in there. It was a fair mission actually getting in there because we kept fouling on the cross member with the engine hoist. So we had to try to lay it down somehow so we could pull the pin on the hoist to get it get a bit more reach on it. We got it in there, sitting on the engine mounts and on the cross member as you would have seen. But that's enough, I've had enough. I'm gonna pack it in for today. All right, and that is it for another episode. It was a massive, massive couple of days and a huge effort from everyone involved. But we got a lot of good work done, and next week we should be able to get it wired and plumbed and hopefully even started. Let us know if you want to see that episode of how I restored the wiring harness and how you can also do it yourself. I've got all the footage there, but I just don't know if it's something you guys would be interested in. So let us know in the comments if you want to see something like that. But yeah, stick around till next time. Like, subscribe if you haven't already, you know the deal. And I'll see you then. Cheers for watching.